Well, hello. Welcome back. Starting a bit of a new journey here in No Man's Sky. Let me see if I can... Yes, I have several older saves here. We want a new one, I assume. I can get rid of this one, as I've only played for 3 minutes. Not a huge concern. Alright, so let's start a new one. Normal, I'm sure is fine. So I have played a little bit of this game in the past, but there have been some updates since. Several updates, I believe, so that I should probably be stumbling on some stuff I've never seen before. But the core idea of this game is that you're thrust off into the galaxy to a random, procedurally generated planet that no one else has ever seen before. And you're the first explorer to ever land on it, name it, name all the plants, discover everything, analyze all the local wildlife, etc., etc. So it's partially an exploration game. There's a little bit of combat element to it. And just some really, really beautiful, soothing environments, both on planet and off, up to and including this twinkling little journey we're on now. And this is just something I need to see today. I need to be soothed by the cosmic rays, if you don't mind indulging me. Hopefully at some point, my vocal cords will actually warm up and I'll stop rasping at you. Until then, rasp away, rasp away. So I believe it is still trying to decide where to throw us. And we're cooked. We're ready to come out of the oven.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated. Shield kinetic system online. Scanner damaged. Repair required. Aerial propulsion jetpack online. Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
There's some of that local wildlife I was talking about.
Sequence complete.
Alright. Planet Kunit 41 K3. So at some point you do get like an analysis visor that lets you scan
Falling.
plants and animals, but we'll just leave our friend there alone for now. Let's see if we can get to the top of a small hill. Alright, so we need to gather ferrite dust to repair the scanner. Ferrite dust is usually just found in, like, rocks. So let me try to find something rocky. That's, something rocky, but it's too big to mine with my current equipment. Need to find something smaller. Also need to be careful about that toxicity as it is going down quite quickly. Okay. Wow. Some floating crystals. This looks like probably what I need. Ferrite dust. Do have a mining beam you can use that's like this. But it costs fuel every second you use it, so I usually just end up bashing my way through the early days. I really do need to find some sodium immediately. This is actually a very toxic planet to start on, so I'm gonna run into some trouble here.
Radiation damage detected.
As I begin taking radiation damage. Almost enough to fix my scanner. Should have been quicker at this. And a little bit more. Alright.
Radiation damage detected. Component repaired. Technology repaired.
Repair our scanner, and where's the sodium? It's gonna be a little close. Sodium goes into my hazard protection, and now we have a little more. Okay. Just barely survived that. So now with an intact scanner, the planet is starting to come alive a little more. We're hearing signals and whatnot. And we can look around for things as needed. Dihydrogen, carbon, sodium, etc. Alright, so we need to go find this distress signal that we're hearing about 500 meters away. And we'll need to look for some more sodium as we go, because we're still only a little bit full. Let's see, that's 150. That's just 100. Let's go here. It is always fun to see where they randomly spit you out. It's usually on a planet like this, by design, I think. They want you to have a little bit of danger as you start off, a little bit of survival elements. I still need my analysis visor. Even though I have my scanner, I don't have my analysis equipment. See some other ships flying low in the atmosphere there. I am grounded. I seemingly have no ship. I'll need to be picking some of that up too. I always forget to grab oxygen, which goes down much like your hazard protection does. You do need oxygen on a poison atmosphere planet in space. Who would have thought? Aha, so down below at the distress signal there appears to be a ship. Perhaps abandoned. Let me go ahead and throw some more sodium in.
Technology recharge.
And I'm gonna go on a quick scout around because there's two on that hill there. So I'm just going to grab this one and then head down. Hello in the chat. So nice to see you there. So sorry, let me fix my music level. There we go. Lovely music, a bit much. That seemingly did nothing. My ears are telling me that did nothing at all. Huh. That is like kind of deafening to me right now. I'm not sure if you can hear me over it. Now it's quieted down a bit. Just wanted to say, this is No Man's Sky. A question in the chat here. What is this game called? No Man's Sky. Coming back to it after a small absence. There's some very interesting looking foliage in the cave. I don't know what that little bulb is either. I'm assuming I can probably jetpack back out of here. Let's take a peek. Aha. It's toxic mushrooms. Good. Curiosity sated. Let's get out of there. Okay, and I needed to grab these two other sodiums on the way down. Nice thing about that little abandoned ship down there is even if it's not working, it will protect you from the elements. So we now have sort of a safe haven if worse comes to worse. Not the ferrite. Just the sodium, thanks. Okay, we'll do both. If that's the way you want it. Alright, now we're a little bit more protected from the elements.
Radiation protection falling.
With our pockets full of salt.
Technology recharge.
May as well go ahead and throw some oxygen in life support. And let's see what this signal has for us. I think that's actually like a unique identification number. Your iteration is the actual all of the players worldwide on all of the different consoles, how many random worlds have been created, or something like that. Anomaly containment prepared. I'm never quite sure what that means. You have the option here to say, like, yes, I'm here. It's like, hey, is anyone out there? And it's like, yeah, I'm here. And that seems to be, like, following the rules. That's good. But it also seems like they're tracking and tagging you, like a prisoner. So I usually like to just leave, but then they say this little... Let me see if I can refresh my memory. Traveler anomaly detected, like refused registration, position logged, which I think is very interesting. So whether you tell them exactly where you are and respond as a good boy or not, it still gives them your location. I've never quite gotten far enough into the game to realize what's behind all of that stuff. I'll be kind of excited to
Navigation protection. Flying.
I always found myself building on planets for no reason. Trying to make pretty windows, but not making much progress in the galaxy at large. Look at this stunning vista. Okay, so some stuff is lootable, some stuff requires like a special pass to unlock, basically. And then some stuff is damaged and you need to clear out the muck or the rust in order to open it. Okay, so I'm supposed to investigate the ship now, which doesn't look in the best of states. The Radiant Pillar. Atlas connection intermittent. Launch thrusters offline. Pulse engine offline. I find myself alone on a strange world, unequipped and in danger. I have no memory of how I got here, and no sense of a before. But this ship at least seems to recognize me. The controls react to my touch, or at least to that of my exosuit. I am not dead yet, and this ship is a lifeline out to the stars. Connect exosuit. Pilot should perform maintenance. Select desired repair path. Alright, repair protocols initiated. We have both the launch thrusters and the pulse engine to contend with. So let's see what we need. To create a metal plating out of ferrite dust. Should be able to do that in any open inventory slot. And then you can click into your pulse engine. Since we're standing near the ship, you're allowed to make repairs. So it has a new metal panel. We just need one of those engine parts. So it wants me to check back in with the diagnostic. Requires hermetic seals. That's something I can't just make. But they're saying there is an intact hermetic seal nearby on this planet. If I can just find a planetary chart, I should be able to go find it. Alright, let's consult with the beacon. Yes, I will steal. I've already Traveler Anomaly refused registration, so sure. Alright, open the inventory, use the planetary chart to plot a route. You got it.
Navigational data received.
So this will find our hermetic seal. There she is. Okay, 800 units of distance away, and nothing for it but to walk. That's fine. See if we can find some more oxygen and sodium on the way. And you do need these later. I believe you can turn them into starship fuel. So I'll pick up a little bit of that just to have it in pocket. Ooh, a radioactive supercell is approaching. Storms can be tricky. Sometimes it's fine to survive them. They don't last that long. But it's usually best to get into your ship or a structure, no matter what, and I will not have that luxury until I get to this distress beacon, so let's pick up the pace. Oh, what an incoming storm. So we're gonna have to make do with sodium until we find shelter. I hope I've picked up enough. We can also seek shelter in a cave if we can find one. Keep my periphery open to the idea.
Radiation protection falling.
Alright, let's go ahead and fill it back up.
Technology recharge. Radiation protection falling.
Sometimes it's hard to survive on a hostile alien planet. This game sends that message quite clearly. And there's the structure we're looking for. We should find not only our hermetic seal, but also safety from the radiation within. Grab some of this stuff out of doors once the storm is past.
Radiation protection.
Ah, that is nice. Yes, absolutely. A question in the chat there regarding the upcoming Control update. I just posted a trailer of that in the Discord this morning. Something I've been waiting for a decade. And honestly had given up hope about, but they came through for me regardless. Even though I lacked faith, they really came through for me.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
It will be of some use, and thank you for leaving your hermetic seal behind in the fabricator. Perfect. And the other thing that mentioned was that, like, our analysis visor is damaged. That's actually what points you back to your ship. And so from here, we have no idea where our ship is. We've gotten lost on an alien planet. But we can create some carbon nanotubes. I just need 50 carbon, so 3 more. Carbon usually comes from plant life. I mean, obviously.
Radiation protection falling.
Carbon nanotubes. And analysis visor.
Technology installed.
There we go. Now we can find our ship. And we can scan plant life and animals.
Use
So all of these discoveries you make, provided they weren't, this planet wasn't touched by another human player, at which point all of the discoveries would be applied to them. Any discoveries you make are pretty much completely unique and are named randomly, and you can rename them as needed. So all of the plants and things you're finding are recycled assets, obviously, so they don't necessarily look different from what another player would see, but they're all named uniquely, giving the impression of a large galaxy with many things to find, which I've always thought is pretty cool. Alright, so there is another outbuilding here. Let me just check it for goodies. And this.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
A research specimen. That will put my science ahead. Okay, so now we're headed back to the ship. We have the seal we need.
Radiation protection falling. Units received.
And you also get, like, credits or whatever it is for every discovery you make. You're sending it off to some galactic science database, and they give you credits for it. And so, like, just flat out researching a planet can be a progress path. You can totally get money and level up that way. Though there isn't really leveling up in the traditional sense. Just get upgrades of various kinds. It's been a good bit of cave to hide from the radiation in, if only I'd seen it. That's a good way to bruise your tailbone.
Units received. Units received.
Alright, getting back there. Sun appears to be teasing us.
Units received.
Making a cameo appearance, are you, the sun? There's a really well-placed uranium deposit, if only I had the tools for such a thing.
Units received.
Oh wow, you guys got the sun to cameo? Oh, that must have been expensive. That's like the second most expensive cameo after Harrison Ford. Okay, so I can repair the pulse engine. However, that is not really the immediate upgrade I need. What I need are the launch thrusters.
Repaired. Technology repaired.
But they're taking me through it the other way for some reason. Probably because this one is much more simple. And you can do it anywhere. Okay. Give me just 1 second here. I will be right back. Actually, I might not be... Just in case a storm comes. I don't think it really pauses here. Now I'll be right back. Alright, so sorry. I have my sippables now. You're gonna have to listen to that nonsense. Alright. So, find dihydrogen using the scanner. We have about half of what we need. See how much is up here. Looks like a pretty good outcropping.
Radiation protection falling.
Alright. Have what we need. I'm just going to give it a little bit of overkill here. Die, hydrogen. Okay. Win in Rome, steal all of their materials. No, that's rude. Don't do that. The Italian people need their materials. You leave them alone. Alright, I think I can also get a little bit of dihydrogen out of those sometimes. There's like little things you can split apart for extra materials. But they may also have another use that I shouldn't be doing that with. Alright, we have the jelly. That's step 1. Aha, welcome. And yes, die! Hydrogen. You came in just in time. I think I can go ahead and do this now. This is my build menu. I need a piece of metal plating. As we established earlier, that's ferrite dust. Nope. Aha! Now I have a portable refiner, which you can put any kind of plant matter in as fuel. And ferrite dust turns into pure ferrite when you refine it here. That should be plenty. I'm hoping. Alright, you leave the fuel in. You can take the other materials out. You leave the fuel in, and then when you pick it up, it gives you all your carbon back. And you can place it again anywhere. So now let's see if I have enough here.
Component repaired.
There's my jelly. And my ferrite.
Component repaired.
Didn't take for some reason. There we go. Alright. So now we have a working ship. That's all it takes. You just have to survive a radioactive supercell twice in what amounts to your space underwears, and then you're fine. So the question is there anything else on this planet we want before we wing off in search of less toxic ground? Each planet is like unique, so if you want to analyze all the animals or whatever of a planet, you can stay and do that. Obviously, there's a whole menu that tells you how many more things you have yet to find and all that. I think we'll just take a couple more quick lootables. That's not even a thing. That's like a temporary boost. Not something I need in my inventory. There's some more dihydrogen. Health restorative. What I'd really like to find is just one or two. There's like these weird translation stones that actually teach you alien languages. And I'm not sure if they give you any on the starting planet. It's not looking good. There, knowledge stone. I just want to get like one of these before we wing off. Let's try that. So nice to see you all there in the chat. I hope you're having a good morning. And failing that, I hope you get vengeance. Alright. So these are one of my favorite things, just because I love in a game when they give you a chance to have your character learn an alien language. I am not smart enough in my own life to learn alien languages this easily, and so it pleases me greatly to do it in a game. I will accept the knowledge, thank you. The name of Vy'keen floats in my vision. A word in this alien tongue is seared into my brain. I have learned the Vy'keen word for Vy'keen. I wonder what they call themselves. Cargo drop, that sounds interesting. Almost lost it. Hazardous flora? Oh, good. Alright, unless there's another... That one's pretty far away. I think I will just head back to the ship and not have to march back uphill here. Just want to give you a little taste of planet exploration there. It gets interesting. There's other things that can randomly pop up too, like ruins and special facilities and things. But for now, let's try to find something out in the wide universe that isn't quite as toxic. From a little meat bod. Let me see, I do believe there is a way to switch the view. There we are. third-person starship view is fairly fantastic. Okay, everybody buckled? Everybody take their space seasickness pills? Here we go. So you're no longer planet-bound. You have full access to, wherever you want to be. You can now make much larger journeys, say, if there's something still on this planet like that you want to take a look at. So the possibilities open up at this point. However, I just want to get out of the atmosphere for now. So we can get a look at where we were. That's it. Kunit 41K3, a decaying nuclear planet. Yep, that's what it felt like. Alright, it wants me to do a quick flight control test here. Let's get that out of the way. Ooh, that looks like a nice little gem. Let's scan it. A viridescent planet. I'm not even sure I know what that means. Viridescent. If it was an iridescent planet, then I would know, but... Alright, so the nuclear planet has a desolate moon. This is my boost. Good. This is my pulse engine. Good. Incoming transmission. Please identify yourself. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'll identify myself. Hey, it's me. You are not... perspiring? You are not perspiring alone. Follow the snails. And a set of planetary coordinates. Show me, ship. Show me Drew.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Aha, so that is back on the planet. Okay, I guess I shouldn't be winging off to the viridescence. Let's see what this is first. There is like a question in the chat here. Is this the type of game where it's open world and you can interact with other players? There is a cross-platform multiplayer kind of thing going on where it is possible to see other actual humans out and about, especially as you get closer into the core of the galaxy. So yes, it is possible to actually do a little cooperative multiplayer in this. Alright, I'll try to set her down here. Some of these landing sites have these cool regional markers which provide a random name to the whole area around it, kind of like a county, basically. So I like these because you're carving out the world even more. This is one of the ambient things in the world. Sentinels seem to be some sort of Oh, like an error correction process the universe runs? Sentinels go around scanning everything, and if you act out of line, they'll start to attack you. So they're not necessarily a huge threat, but do become one later. And have multiple other forms. The sparking wires of the machine generate a signal, but whoever left the message is long gone. Deployed base computer. Signal contains plans for a base computer and a terrain manipulator. With any luck, the base computer will hold more information. Alright, give me those plans. I need some chromatic metal. Which requires copper. So I'm going to need that terrain manipulator first. Let's switch over to that mission objective. And we'll set this slot as the terrain manipulator. Then we'll have to make the materials for it. The jelly. The tubes. Was it tubes? Let me refresh. Tubes. 2 of them. Alright. Alright. Now I have a terrain manipulator. I need copper. Copper deposit 300. 400. Sodium, sodium, sodium. So I guess we're going to the 300. Sounds about right. Even this desolate, decaying nuclear world is rather lovely. A little quiet isolation with a soft color scheme makes all the difference. Suppose I'd better throw some more in there. Getting a little low on oxygen.
Technology recharge.
Sometimes those things don't like you mining or taking up copper, say. So occasionally it's worthwhile to wait until a sentinel passes by before you begin
Radiation protection falling.
strip mining.
Units received.
It is also possible, I think, as one of the more recent updates, I think you can bait and train animals. Like some of them are rideable. But I've never gotten to try that. I'm excited. Alright, so we want terrain manipulation. Carve out this whole copper area. stuff. Nice, healthy vein of it. I appreciate them giving me such a large one so early on. If I can be a little vague and indecent. Alright. That looks pretty good. There. Refill my jelly stores. And back down the hill. So we want to deploy... Ooh, there's a lovely animal. I love the procedurally generated nature of them. They can kind of be any size or any shape and have any manner of elements. Like a huge camel turtle shell. Never quite know what you're going to find. Ahoy hoy, welcome there. Yes, playing No Man's Sky. Thank you for jumping in there. Alright. Since we are so close to the ship, I don't need to waste any sodium. I can just jump in here for a second. Refill my hazard protection. Aha, excited after my post, meaning the word jumble post? Perhaps? That is awesome. Thank you guys for checking that out. Something that's been on my mind for a while. Alright, so I am trying to make some chromatic metal out of the copper we got. I need 30. I'm hoping 7 carbon is enough, but it might not be. Oh, good. Should be fine. Alrighty. So it says the base computer claims a site for construction. Find a suitable area and deploy the base computer. I'm thinking I can do that anywhere, like it doesn't have to be on this planet. I just needed to get the base computer from this planet. However, it's worth noting my launch thruster just went down to 0 fuel. That means that the next time I land, I will be stuck on the planet until I refuel. Should probably be careful where I land next. So I am very curious about this viridescent planet. If we could perhaps find a spot for the base computer there. However, I would love to see if there are any other planets. Galaxy map, let's check that. Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's just ours and the viridescent. That's great. So let me run over here real quick, see what we can find. This is such a... It's weird. It's like both stunning and soothing. It's stun thing. Wow. This game is really stun thing. So this looks like a slightly more livable planet. Depending on how many hideous storms it has. Very, very pretty. Wow. Aha. That little circle down there is actually a landing pad. That little blue thing. And if you land in a landing pad, you can actually launch for free. Or at least you used to be able to. I'm not sure if they still allow that. So even if our launch thrusters are at 0, we may be able to get out of here. But this looks like a great spot to start. A couple of little outbuildings here. Ah. Okay, let's chart this. Officially our second planetfall. This is adorable. Hey, buddy. Sorry to scare you. Oh. Not sure what that was. An angry plant. I love this little cave coming right out of the cliff face here. This is great. A little bit glitchy, but great. That's what you get for having trillions of randomly generated planets. So what is this big facility here? A reflector? Question mark? I am not seeing a door. There it is. A Viking observatory, okay. Ah, I always forget about these. I'm dreadful at them. I need to remember the whole, sequencing pattern or whatever they used to use. I think it's just 2170. That's my best guess. Alright. Unknown coordinates received. Pointing out something for me. It looks a little bit like a knowledge stone. Ah, here's another area where that Atlas Pass is required. It's sort of how they keep the acts of the game separated. Some stuff is just not available early on, and will become available as things get more deadly. Okay, so it's not on this planet, is what I'm assuming from that icon. Give these a quick search. Ah, learned the Viking word for interloper. I must be in a Viking star system. I think each solar system is divvied up and sort of governed by a different alien race from that area of the galaxy. And the fact that I'm finding Viking words likely means I'm in a Viking area. Good morning and welcome. So sorry, I almost missed you there. And thank you so much for the subscription. That is awesome. I am very, very grateful for your time. And subscription. A nice oxygen jackpot here. I will happily take advantage. This whole planet seems to be an oxygen jackpot. So, I'm trying to decide if I do want to put the base computer down here. This is sort of as good a place as any. It's a really pretty planet. A base computer gives you like a actual stationary base where you can build research centers and weapons workshops and different things like that. So it's not really movable. You can make as many as you want, but once you put one down, it's set. And this is such a nice area, but it's also kind of glitchy, like, I'm not sure if that's something I like about it or not. It's very cool with all these caves coming right out of the cliff face, though. Let's see over by this one, like maybe this one's big enough to build a bit of a base inside of. Though I always feel like to build next to existing buildings kind of defeats the purpose of the isolation and exploration of the game. Sometimes you don't have much of a choice. When you're down to 0% launch thrusters, say. Ooh, that looks dangerous. I'm seeing some of these alien egg things. Whispering eggs. I think there's a thing where if you take one of these, it spawns a bunch of very, very high-level, deadly aliens from the ground that are currently hiding. However, the Whispering Egg is also one of the most expensive items in the game. Or what's inside of it is. So do I want to be attacked and get a whole lot of money? Or do I not want to be attacked? It's the big question. That looks a lot like one of those knowledge stones. I'm just going to get up here for 1 second. And I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry. I have a very large walker out there. The old T-Boilbedia, my friend. Okay, so that cave really isn't massive. It is kind of nice, but it's not world-ending. Let's take a peek inside before I wake up any aliens. Just clear all the residual goop out of the terminal. It looked like a wound on the world, crimson and ragged-edged, like something that once lived, but was then torn asunder. I should have stayed away. Had I the senses to taste the air of this planet, I imagine it would have reeked with some kind of alien fetor, but nothing could stall my curiosity. Was it dead? Where I touched it, the surface was moist and yielding. It seemed to become motile, then crawling on a mat of slow cilia moving from me. I should have left it alone. I discover something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. Something has been left that will aid me on my journey. Nanites, was it? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Weird that I can't scan it, but okay. So it looks like I've learned enough Viking words to increase my status in the Viking community. Is what I'm guessing that means. Okay, let's get out of here before that one tentacle kills me. which it almost succeeded in doing. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna mess with any of the eggs just yet. At least not until I have my ship a little closer. Take one quick peek up here. Ah, thank you very much for the gift of subscriptions, too. I see that flying around out there. That is very generous. Extra carbon for my portable refiner.
Units received.
This is quite the cave. I really am tempted to put the base computer here at the entrance. Ah, this is great. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I like this little back chamber here. Let's see. Base computer. We don't want it right in the middle of everything where we're gonna put buildings. So, how about right up here? Knotford Base. Huh, it's looking like you can pick that back up. I don't think it used to let you do that, but that's awesome. Maybe now you can move your base computer around. Alright. Site is suitable for construction. Ah, maybe it's after you claim it, you can't move it around. You can place it as many times as you want. That could be it. Let's go for it. Cave base.
Base computer online.
Okay, so now I can access the archives that this traveler left for me. Storms sweeping across my buttocks, but construction supplies low. Depositing shelter plans while available. Need to piece my buttocks back soon. Alright. Oh, goodness me, there's a lot of gifting going on. Thank you. This is amazing. There is some sort of timer going down that I have never seen before regarding a hype train which has just hit 100%. Woo! I have no idea what this means, but I'm wildly excited. Ah, that is fantastic. Some sort of level 1 hype train complete is a message I'm getting. Level 2 hype train is now at 22%. I can't believe it. You guys are powering an entire train through the force of your goodwill. And maybe just a little bit of bitterness. I sense it there. I sense 2% bitterness. But that's part of life. That's the spice of it. Okay, so sorry. Thank you. That is incredibly lovely. Expand your base by earning new construction blueprints. Return to your base to store and process items. Fantastic. Okay, so construct a shelter is what it wants me to do next. With a wooden floor, seemingly. Well, alright. And 3 wooden walls. I guess I need more carbon. That's fair. I don't really want to break these cave marrow bulbs. It doesn't look like they give carbon anyway. Good, good. I like the natural light source there. Cobalt. Aha. There's a little something. Trees are usually a fairly reliable source. If you need a lot of it. So I should probably be doing that. Oh, 50% on the level 2 hype train now. It just won't stop climbing. Like a monkey that's been given a lot of experimental drugs. It just won't stop climbing. Who has done this to the monkey? Okay, that should be plenty for a couple of walls here. I'm hoping. Level 3 hype train! I'm so hyped I lost my voice halfway through it. You guys are just the best. I'm starting to think this isn't the right cave. I'm starting to have my suspicions. There we go. Just heading down the wrong path of it. Oh, that's nice. Traveled 8,000 steps. Okay, back to the build menu. Wooden wall. There. There.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
A superheated rainstorm. So that is the weather element of this lovely planet I need to watch out for. Ah, darn, did I build that, like, just too quickly, and it didn't count for the tutorial? I think I did. I think I can do this. There we go. Now it counted. I just did that too quick.
Computer online.
Strange that it wouldn't require a roof. It's like that seems to be the end of the tutorial. But I would love to just smack a roof on there. That's cool. Yeah. So you have like a hollow door that will keep the elements out. Just that little blue screen there. But I do believe you can actually put in actual doors later too. Whatever you like. So now we have an emergency wooden shelter, which is great. Let's just get this out of play, as it's freaking me out. There. Okay, return to the base computer. %, at level 3. Every time I look over, I'm newly surprised. You're so generous. Thank you all. I'm going to give you love hearts. Love hearts. Where are you? No, come back. Come back, love hearts. Yes. There. Love hearts for you. Each one of those is worth roughly 100 British pounds.
Weather update.
I have been told.
Storm clearing.
Whoever recorded these logs evidently had some success. I now have access to their plans, and perhaps I can learn from their efforts. A construction research unit. Magnetized ferrite. That must be like a step above pure ferrite. Expand your base. Use teleporters to return. Awesome. Okay, so yes, we will absolutely be continuing to do that. I'm assuming I can go ahead and build one of these semi-permanently now. Nope, not wooden. Portable refinery.
Technology recharge.
Okay, so I think it would be pure ferrite, so I likely need some more pure ferrite. But let me double check that that's even what we're going for. Yes, magnetized. And the research unit needs 20. So I should have enough here, I just need to do a bit of a swap. I need 16 of these. Ah, it's not 1-to-1 though, it's doubled. That makes sense. So I need 20 more. Perfect. Alright, and now I can just leave that and the carbon there. That should be just fine. Oh, that is amazing. I got a level 2 hype train emote out of the deal and a couple of other things, I think. Thank you guys very much. That is just... what a wonderful way to start the day. With a huge explosion of gifting and kindness and warm feelings. Do you feel it? Is it warm? I'm sorry. It's probably a very intimate question. You keep it to yourself if need be. I should have plenty for one of these. Maybe not. Never mind. Oh, I put it all in the thing, that's why. Yeah, let's go break another tree. But not that one, because I need it. I'll thin the deeper forest out a bit here. Ever find yourself just so angry about life and the constant chaos it seems to bring that you go outside and just punch your trees over and over again, hoping that some carbon will come out? Is that just me? Okay.
Unit
Oh, that is a fancy gold box. I'm just now seeing your golden choo-choo icon. That is so cool. I did not even know all of this was a thing. Well, I have seen that hype train setting in my options before. I have no idea what it did. This was a very fun demonstration. Thank you all. Alright, let's see if I got enough.
Product constructed.
Okay. Nice. So this is the research menu where, as long as I have the data salvaged from buried technology modules, I should be able to unlock any of this stuff eventually. And so there's wood, there's metal, concrete, the teleportation module, save beacons, health stations, all manner of goodies. A lot of cool stuff to unlock. So now wants us to go off and find some of that buried technology to unlock one of the research items. That one's probably pretty close. Let's go for it. And then it must be that I use my terrain manipulator to actually dig down to them, since they are in fact buried. I guess we'll see. Let me go ahead and throw some oxygen in, though, since he's lower than 50.
Technology recharge.
It's so nice to be on a planet that doesn't require me to constantly use my sodium, though. Man, that's an interesting cave section too down there. I'll be right back, buried technology. This is just expansive and lovely. Wow. It'll be a good spot for a base computer too, but I really like our little dome in there. Alright, so somewhere up here. There it is. So that got me salvaged data, so I should be able to unlock one new thing.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
I gotta get in the cave before the super hot rain comes. Have you heard about this new kind of rain? It's super hot. So super hot. Speaking of super hot, and there's a game we might need to take a look at together. Just came out with their new Mind Control Delete, which is sort of like a remastered original. It's a brand new game with a new outline, but the same old super hot. Wrong machine. I just got excited. Okay, so that was structures. Let's see what's under the other menu here. Buildable technology. I guess they're all same menu. That's fine. So yes, I very much would like to have the base teleporter. That sounds useful. However, let's do a window panel. Just in case that, I guess we need glass. We can research it even without the glass. It's just telling me what the required parts are. Perfect. Oh, now it wants me to place my new component. Then I probably should have picked one that doesn't require glass, which I don't have. But here we are. Okay, how do I make glass then? Is it a refinery thing? I'm trying to think if there's a way I can figure out. Does this menu tell me the underlying material of glass? It sure doesn't. Maybe it's an inventory item. Not yet, it's not.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
So yeah, maybe I just should not have picked that one. If I'd picked like a wooden triangle or something that I could make with carbon, that would have been fine. So I may have stalled my progress here. Let me just go ahead and look up glass to see what we need. I'm not sure if I need a blueprint for it first, is the big concern. It says it's tradable. It can also be built using a blueprint, which I do not have. Okay, so yeah, I've just stalled my progress good. We're gonna have to wait until I actually unlock glass to proceed in the main path. Oh well. Just make sure it's not one of these technologies. As it didn't seem to be, but I haven't been looking at the titles of all of these locked ones, necessarily. Sure doesn't seem like it. Okay, so I will just be looking for blueprints. That's fine. But that is effectively the opening segment of No Man's Sky here. Find yourself a lovely alien planet, settle down, research some lanky creatures, and have a great old time. I really like that our base is hidden back there in the cave. That's such a nice way of doing it. Your base can be renamed. Okay, well here's a new objective at least. A whole bunch of animals just spawned in all at once. Hey everybody. Really good to see you guys. Okay, so what? Now, this is the big question. And I will rely on you all. What should our base be named? Circus music? Circus music base? There it is. Currently it's not Ford. So. I don't think can see that menu, so it's not very helpful. Never mind. I was going to type along with you, but I think it's keeping you out of the arrangement. And I am refreshing my chat, so sorry. I lost the feed there for a second, so if you just shouted out a name suggestion, I probably just blew it away. I'm going to, for now, call it Elysium. The old standby that everyone calls everything in a video game. Elysium Base. Perfect. So yes, they are now on the right path as I am, that I need more buried technology. In order to proceed, I need to find that blueprint for glass, and then we should be in good shape. I will keep looking around here for those buried technology modules. I also need to make sure we have launch thrusters back online. And if we can find a trading post, I sure would love to grab some of those whispering eggs. Because that would... oh, that would help. Another one about the same distance that way. Let's go grab this first. And this will be just about the last thing we do here. It's getting time for me to go do some spreadsheets. But I do appreciate all the fun we've had this morning. Your time and patience in coming with me on this journey, and your incredible generosity in the chat. It is much appreciated.
Toxins detected.
Sorry, just trying to steal your sodium. I know. I know. Okay, let's see what this one gets us after a brief detour. There. Now I can make something that takes carbon and skirt the issue entirely. That's what I was hoping for.
Units received.
There it is. Walked right past it. That will continue to happen. No worries. Alright, so pick something that's not super advanced, you fool. Like perhaps a thin wooden wall, or a wooden triangle. Both take 10 carbon. This takes 5 carbon. A small wood panel. Sure. Let's do that. I don't think they mind, whatever it is. Okay, now it doesn't seem to be a mission anymore, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case. Small wooden panel, yes. Yeah, that really doesn't seem like they need it anymore. I'm not sure why it was a mission for a second. So they just have me looking for buried technology modules. Eventually we'll get the base teleporter, but not today. And it seems to have cleared it the other way we went regardless. I was worried that mission objective to build something would be stuck there, but as soon as they realized my mistake, it seems like they fixed it for us. So let me just check what fuel this takes. I've managed to forget it. Just need Starship launch fuel, which is made by dihydrogen and metal plating. Interesting. I should pick up some more ferrite dust to make sure we don't run into this problem, but I found, as it turns out, a Starship launch fuel in a crate, so let's use that. So if I have just a few minutes here, there's one final thing I'd love to do. We'll come back to our home base. Somewhere out here there should be a space station that is now showing up. That's the one. Arrived. So sorry, I am seeing a lot of buffering on my side. I'm not sure if it's just my laptop or what. But at the space station, we should find, perhaps on the other side, no, here it is, perfect. We should find a appearance modifier. Let me see if I can very, very briefly fix myself up here. This is what I used to be wearing. There, that's me. I do like to be as lanky as possible to match the wildlife, and to fit in small corridors, yes. Okay, head type is fine. Torso style is still trying to load. And still trying to load. Let me try backing out. In case it's not going to, Would love to be able to see the texture. But I must have broken it. Yeah, it seems to have broken the bandwidth out there when I was flying through space. All the stars and whatnot do not make Twitch happy. And it seems even now I cannot load textures. Let me see if I completely switch races here, if it will fix itself. It still can't. That is weird. Okay, let me just make a very quick try at it, though I have no idea what I'm looking at. And we'll come back and review it next time. So sorry. Having some texture issues. That one's fine. Okay, so this is somewhat close to how I usually appear. And we will figure it out next time when the textures are working again. We are on a space station here where you can trade, etc., etc. So if we can get some of those mysterious humming eggs, we should be in business, literally. And at space stations you can also make some adjustments to your ship, or you can buy, like say that guy over there is also docked. I could go talk to him and say, hey, how much do you want for that ship? I have no money, of course, but that is an option. So space stations are great, and I'm excited to be here, and we will continue to work on our little cave base. Thank you for your indulgence. It's been very soothing to be back in the galaxy here. All right, I will see you next time. Take care of yourself this Friday, and the others around you, if at all possible, but the priority is yourself. I'll see you next time, hopefully for some fun weekend streams here. Bye for now.